Hello. Okay. Alrighty. What is up, everybody? It is me. It is your boy, Freak of Sound here, bringing you some more Legends EA content after a while. Took a slight break game because I felt like I was going a little too going a little too ham on it. And then finally I reached a point where I was like, man, I really need to focus on getting a bunch of berries and making shiny recipe, shiny hunting. And I think I just eventually drove myself into this sort of spiral of, yeah, this seems like a lot, so. But we are back. Yeah, I'm just but we're back. Going to basically pick up from where we left off the last time, which last time we played this, we were we were attempting to shiny hunt Terrakion. We didn't manage to get, but I took a little break after that. And what we're gonna do is I'm in a hyperspace luminous. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, yeah, so I see. I need to read. Yeah, we did not manage to manage to. I was trying to do some like big haul donuts, as well as tiny donuts, but I think I got a little too overwhelmed for everything that I was trying to do. And I think I got a little too over my head. Not entirely sure. This should be Terrakion. So we're gonna go in. We're gonna attempt to try and find Terrakion. I know our shiny is gonna be Scrafty. Fine. Okay with that. Alright. So I'll come back for you. Okay. Drop a hard save here. That way I can. Here. Let's attempt to find that Terrakion. Forget how many times we did this reset last time, but I know it took us quite a while. I don't know exactly. I think my plan is going to be to try and find Terrakion. And if I manage to get Terrakion, then fine. If not, then we keep resetting. My plan is to try and go until I want to say like 11:30, and then we start the new. Rank season. Although I'm pretty sure it's been for a minute. Just because I know Mega Skeptile is here, so I should probably try and find a shiny tree. Try and find a shiny Trico. Well, I mean, we already got a shiny Alpha Blaziken, which was something that I wasn't. We got a wormhole with Torchic one of the last times that we were playing this, and it was like Torchic. What else was it? Litwick. Torchic, Litwick, and I think Houndour? Or maybe it was Litwick and Lampent. I don't remember. But yeah. We got one of those, or we got the mission to catch a shiny Pokemon, and it was a Litwick, but we kept doing a whole bunch of resets, and we managed to get lucky enough to be able to complete the Torchic line. I think we got have an extra. I don't remember. These are all my extra. And these are all the ones that managed to get our. These are the single copies of all the shiny Pokemon I have, so I don't know if I'm gonna try and go for like a completed shiny Pokédex, but well, the thing is I want to go for a shiny Pokédex completion for Legends EA, similar to how I wanted to do it for Scarlet and Violet, which we'll revisit that. We'll revisit that at some point. But I think what I'm doing is waiting until till we get the Pokemon Home update or the compatibility with Legends EA, and then from there we'll kind of just see what we do. Because if we can transfer from Legends EA to Home, then fine, I'll do it. Especially since what we call Pokemon Champion. And now that we're getting a little closer, okay, I know I've talked about it quite a number of times, so I don't know if this will be an updated theory, everything, but basically, I just kind of talking about things that could happen for Pokemon Day, releases and whatnot. I've already kind of covered like the usual stuff like Cafe Remix, Pokemon Go. Pokemon Go is gonna have a new season. Pokemon Unite's gonna probably release some very Allegedly, it might be the legendary trio for the birds. Kanto bird? But, I don't know. Unite's kind of got me not wanting to. But I'll talk about that probably after I go. So honestly, there's three things that I'm kind of thinking are going to release on Pokemon Day. Two of them maybe, like, I feel 100% that it'll happen. But I think we're getting Pokemon XD and Pokemon Colosseum. We're getting those games on Pokemon Day. It feels a little fitting, especially since 30th anniversary of Pokemon. Honestly, I would love it if they, well, as much as I'm not a big fan of games, it would be cool if for the 30th anniversary they released Red, Blue, and Yellow on the Game Boy Color. Nintendo Switch Online. They did that. I'm sure a lot of people would be doing backflips. But yeah, so I think at least Pokemon XD and Pokemon Colosseum are gonna release on Pokemon Day. It would be cool if they did do another like I said, Red, Blue, and Yellow. Well, I don't think they will. Am I considering like this is 3 decades of Pokemon now? But yeah, so the third thing that I think they might do, I think they might drop Pokemon Champion as well. How confident I am in that one? I'm like 80%. Like 80%, just because I'm thinking like if I feel like that if they were to do like that, if they were to do something like that, then they would probably do that along with Pokemon XD and Pokemon. And the thing is like people can argue like, oh, but that'll just get in the way of each other, away from, you know, people's playability, from one application. And I can already say this: if people aren't going to be playing, like the people that already are wanting to play champions, are not going to worry about that. And it's the same, like, it's the same thing vice versa. That a good reset. Quick. Yeah. But I think it's gonna be Pokemon Champions alongside the two GameCube Pokemon games. And it's going to be it's probably gonna be a Gen 10 announcement. Let's see how they're having that day off. Or later, just actually. Wanna be shiny from you so bad. Wanna be shiny from you so bad. Oh yeah, I think honestly, like if we manage, if we manage get either Latios or Latios hyperspace wormhole thing, I think we're set because I think I have 2 sparking power level 3 for dragon. So I think we're I have to double check that, but the only ones that I would need still are either grass and steel sparking power, or 2 fighting sparkling power level 3s, or a combination. As long as I can get attempt to get Cobalion or Virizion shiny, and anyway. I don't know if they would drop another. I don't know if they would, because I feel like already they've done so much in Lumiose, and I feel like if they were to try and add anything extra, like regarding the Lumiose map or whatever, then might look a little, but the only other thing that I could see them like making additions, either traveling a little outside of Lumiose, traveling to a whole different region, or maybe a specific part, or sewer system. It honestly felt like the Legends EA's focus was definitely on Overworld, but they wanted to add in some other stuff like this. And I don't know, it just feels like if they wanted to do extra, they would technically go for this one. What they could do, I don't know. But I think they would have to go. I don't know if doing something with this be I feel like whatever it is, it has to be either on par with the Mega Dimension DLC, if or better. But I think this year is going to be a Gen 10 announcement. Whether or not we get Gen 10 this year, or if it's a next year release, that's complete. But I think we're at least getting the announcement here. I know there's gonna be a lot of stuff in store for Pokemon. That much given. Feels like a given because 3 decades. Forgot what they did when they reached the 20th anniversary. That's Rakia. That's Rakion. That would have been 20. That would have been 20. That was... That was the year Sun and Moon came out. Oh, or am I tripping? Actually, I'm pretty sure it was... I'll double check. Once we have to reset again. A little bit of looking. Because thinking I think 2017 was when Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon came out. I can't remember if Sun and Moon after. Or not after. It came out a year or two. Honestly, I do think that whatever, like, if it is Gen 10, they're already gonna try and do something different. Because if it's like we think it is, then we're probably gonna get something different whether it be a change. It already seems like Pokemon is trying to sort of navigate away from like gym battles, but I don't know what their replacement for, unless if they do something similar to the Kahuna trials, but oh right, 2016 was Pokemon Go's release. Okay, and I was right. The real Pokemon for the move. Yeah, so what we got was we got the introduction of Pokemon Go, we got Pokemon Sun and Moon was announced. Pokemon Tournament, Detective P. Red, Blue, and Yellow was released on the 3DS. It was and then it was a 3DS bundle. I don't think that. There were mythical Pokemon distributions here, which if they do that again, I'll be very happy for. I, I honestly, I don't. Well, okay. Here's the thing. I don't care too much about mythical Pokemon because I've been playing for a long time. So if we get them, we get them, and that's fine. But I already have quite a number of them. Now, if they offer, what I would want is tiny Pokemon of legendaries that we don't have just quite yet. So like Keldeo, or not Keldeo. And I was about to say Koraidon and Miraidon, but we really got a distribution event for that. But Ogerpon, the Pokemon, the three, what are they called? The three loyal beat, whatever. And then Tarapago. And then all of the Paradox Pokemon that we don't have shiny just yet. We get those shiny too. Yeah, we didn't get a lot of that as I thought, but we still got some very big things. So I mean, yeah, this year. I mean, this year for 30th anniversary. Well, I don't think Red, Blue, and Yellow would be coming, but since it's the 30th anniversary of its release, that's where I'm like that's where the 80% is coming. But I feel like XD and Coliseum are definitely dropping that day. XD and Coliseum. Pokemon Champions is probably going to have an official release date, if not releasing that day. The tendency of night licenses with platinum up. Which honestly, I'm gonna go on a bit of a rant. Like, I know that a lot of people don't play Unite. How much I'm aware of. But I know that there are people out there who play it, and I feel like everybody's just kind of getting in that same headspace where it's like, you know, before it was like people complaining that Unite was dying, and then something happened and go back. But I feel like we are actually getting to the point now where Pokemon Unite is kind of starting to enter its stages of being unlikely. And that sucks because I'm a MOBA guy. I like MOBAs. I don't like PC League. I haven't touched Ultimate. Wild Rift though, I'll play here and there. But Pokemon Unite was like my go. I had a lot of fun with it. I was playing it. And like, I played it on and off for a few years. But I feel like I slowly see the decline of it. Or rather, I feel like we're seeing the decline of the game a lot more now, because they essentially shot themselves in the foot. Not even just in one foot; they shot themselves in both feet. And to kind of explain what all's been going on with, I think I'll start from where I think people are kind of a little iffy, and that was the introduction of legendaries and having them classified with like EX. Like, it was a good way for people to, or it was a good way for them to be like, no, you can only use one EX license per game. But then it also didn't help, because then that meant that there were just broken metas. And I know that, like, in the beginning with only one legendary out, which I think was caution. It was just a simple matter of who could get to it first. They went back on that after a while. I think it was with the release of Mewtwo. They were kind of like, hey, we kind of realized that. So we're gonna backtrack on that. So they removed the EX license. That way they could just balance Pokemon to be on equal playing field. That was a good decision. And then I feel like the problem realistically started last year, and I don't know if I think honestly where they started to kind of like stagger a bit was when they planned the new Thea Sky Ruin out on. and everything that released around there, because it was around that time that we got Almont, Leon, I think it was actually Mega. Could be wrong, but we started seeing this pattern of Pokemon coming out, and they were either broken, like Empoleon was unreleased, or they were not performing as well as they should have been. Almont was. And they were quick to buff or nerf whatever they needed to do. But then, of course, Mega Charizard X comes around, and I think that's where a lot more this, because Mega Charizard X was broken. I don't know if it's still broken or not, but Mega Charizard X would not get any nerfs or anything like that for a while, and I think that's where people started getting frustrated. where Teamy essentially fucked up was License Journeys. License Journeys, I think, solidified, a lot of people's decisions as to whether or not they were going to continue with the game or not. I think that, as well as the fact that they don't have any sort of like strict penalties, throw the match, whatever the case may be. What's up, T? How you doing? Happy New Year. What was I gonna say? Oh, but for anybody who doesn't know, License Journeys are essentially what took away the AOS coin used to get Unite license. And granted, like, AOS coins collect throughout weeks. There was a limit as to how many you per week. Essentially, it was quicker than how it is now with license. The way that License Journeys work now is you can't really get them unless if you get the the battle pass. Because if you don't get the battle pass, then basically what you're stuck doing is you're stuck having to complete daily missions and open cases and hoping that your RNG is good enough to get you the full amount for license journey point. Because now you need a certain amount of points in order to unlock a Unite license. So they initially said, hey, give us money now, instead of having to go through the long grinding process. And like a lot of people that play, especially like a lot of the pro people, they're 9 times out of 10 going to buy the Unite license. They're already buying whatever it is that they want to buy, and that's fine. But they've effectively kind of shut the door on people who want to get into the game and people who could potentially want to invest in the game, because now they say, oh yeah, by the way, get these points, which could take you anywhere from maybe a month to the rest of Pokemon Unite's lifespan. I don't know. I think it was that realistically kept it is kind of keeping me away. I mean, if we're talking like on a personal level, I kind of fuck Pokemon Unite for nerfing Empoleon into the ground just because people were saying, oh, you know, he's broken. Like, he was too broken on release, and then they gave him a nerf, and I felt like that kind of balanced him out a little. And I think like he may have just needed like a light tweaks to his move sets, his damage, whatever the case may be. But I feel like they kind of nerfed it into the ground, and that's where I personally was like, man, I was so looking forward to playing Empoleon, and now it feels like I can't even. Granted, I haven't really touched the game all that much, and I think soon. But I mean, I don't know if I do go back to that game. I still got my Cerule Edge, and the day that they nerfed Cerule Edge to such an unusable state is the day that I will actually put the game on. What I would love is Vacuum. Tiny. Okay. I got a Scrafty waiting for me. Why can't I have a Terrakion? I don't know. It's like, it sucks a little bit because it's like the games that I enjoy playing are kind of getting to the point where, like, I don't really want to touch them anymore, and it feels almost for me, like Pokemon Unite. Pokemon Unite is one, but then there's also Pokemon Go, and Pokemon Go feels like they just said, like, hey, here's Scopely. You guys are gonna Scopely's gonna be taking over. Niantic's gone to Scopely. I don't know if the transition has actually happened yet or not, but it just, if the transition has happened, then it makes sense. But if it hasn't, then I feel like Niantic is trying to milk whatever money they can out of Pokemon Go's fan base, because they started doing the Go Pass, which is just their version of Battle Pass, which I didn't like. They started limiting even shiny odds behind paid pre-research. What are we doing here? Like, I understand limiting like mythical Pokemon, or maybe certain legendary Pokemon that you can't get right away behind premium search tickets or whatever the case may be, but not the shiny odds. But not only that, but it also just feels like where I live, there's a lot of Pokestops around. There's a lot of gyms around. I like, theoretically, if I wanted to, I could be thriving just a little bit around here. But the problem is like on days like Go Fest, for example, like there's really not too much that's happening. There are certain points, there are certain spots, yes, but that require driving out to, going out to. Like I don't mind that, but then it's like trying to make a guess as to where there's like meetups for Pokemon Go events and all that stuff, and it's just like I don't know. I think that part doesn't bother me so much as just the paid aspect. I think I'm just rather just sort of dapper. Like Pokemon Go was fun when Pokemon Go was even fun almost 2 years ago. But I don't know. It doesn't feel the same. It doesn't feel the same anymore. And I don't know if that's just because like the game is actually like changed in a way where it appeal has been lost to me, or if it's just because I'm getting I don't know. But no. Maybe they do something that'll manage to bring me back. As far as what they could do to bring me back, they would probably have to give me. They'd probably have to get me back with the origin form guarantee. Kind of joking about that, but only really mentioning that because 2 years ago, around Halloween, they had Origin Giratina available in raids, and I did like 30-something raids, 50-something raids. I don't know the exact number. I got a I got 100% IV Giratina, but I wanted a shiny. I wanted at least a shiny to transfer over to Pokemon Home. And and they were like, no. Thing is like I don't know if there's anything. I don't know if there's anything that they can do that I can't already do with other games. Because realistically, my main focus is shiny Pokemon. I love shiny Pokemon. And the thing is that a majority of Pokemon I can find shiny in another game. Like the only thing that Pokemon Go has that I can't get in other games is the shiny Galarian. I would love the shiny Galarian Burst. I already have a shiny Galarian Moltres. I just need Galarian Zapdos, Galarian Art. More specifically, I want the shiny Galarian Articuno. Said this enough times, but I love that the Galarian forms of the birds are their shinies are just regular Kanto. I love that. But don't think they're true. Really get me back. Like honestly, what I'm probably gonna start doing in the next however long is I'm gonna just start transferring all, like maybe not all, but a majority of like onto Pokemon. Because it's like if I don't like if I don't really play Pokemon Go too much for like the raids, battles or anything like that, then there's realistically no point for me to have Pokemon there to essentially end up losing at some point, because the game's not gonna be around forever. I could very well be wrong. I think it would take a it would take it would take them not having a player base at all for them to finally do something. Problem is I feel like I've gotten so many, or I feel like there's gonna be so many crafty are beating for me. And that's the thing that I fear the most. And granted, I can't see anything, so as long as I don't really think about it too hard, then but I want to get the tiny Terrakion. Andro, hello there. Welcome to the stream. How you doing? Yeah, we're vibing. Just yapping about the downfall of Pokemon Go and on Unite while trying to find this shiny Terrakion. How you doing? Yeah, I think that no, because I need no. think that I think that realistically, if Pokemon, like for Pokemon Go to get me like somewhat invested in it, like, I think they would have to do that rule. I think one, they would have to reduce the well, it's an either or. So either one, they would have to reduce the cost of everything in their shop, because buying things with Pokecoins now is fucking arm and a leg, and especially for free to play. Or two, like they would have to increase the cap at how many Pokecoins you get per day. But I think right now, as it stands, there's a 50 that you can get per day, and that it's like that's just staying active in one gym. If we're already like, we already have a Pokemon in one gym, for I don't remember the exact time frame. I think it's like 8 hours of the day, and I think you already reached that. But I guess the assumption is that not everybody is gonna be out playing for 8 hours a day. So, I don't know. But I feel like there should be more on it. Otherwise, like, you're essentially just rendering the effective, and you're taking out the sort of fun of having control over. Like back when Pokemon Go first came out, bro, that shit was that shit was like a safe for work gang wars. But I mean, I've told this a few times, but when Pokemon Go came out, I was still living in Florida, and the job that I was working at the time, that can't talk apparently. The job that I was working at the time that Pokemon Go came out, the building itself was a gym, and I mean I can say this now because exists anyway, but I used to work at a bowling alley, and for people who are sort of unfamiliar, the bowling alleys, I don't know how they function in any other country, but at least part here, it feels like they're mainly funded by like the leagues that participate, and then the weekends are for like casual. But anyway, every day that I was working there, that they had league going on, bro, everybody and their mothers were trying to fight for the gym. And it's funny too, because I'd be standing there at the desk and I'd also be like, no, this is going I'm taking control of this. And it would be so funny too, because like you'd have these people sitting God knows how many feet from the desk, just sitting there looking at their phones, just checking Pokemon Go, and I'd be sitting there waiting for whoever to place whatever Pokemon in the gym. I go and I take the gym from them, and immediately as soon as you would take the gym from them, you just see from across the way ahead just. And I thought that was the funniest thing ever to like to do to people. And it's like I don't know. I wish that we could just revisit that time period, you know? Like give me that atmosphere of what essentially felt like world peace. At least within like the people who played Pokemon. Got 40 minutes. Before we switch gears, we go the ranked battle trope. Keep in mind, I don't know what can and can't be. I'm sure it's gonna be. It's gonna be everything across base PA as well as Mega Diamond. And I don't know what legendary can't be. I still think I'm old and yet I am. Like I know there's still Mega Zorora that I still have to get. Mega Zorora. Well, I think the only Megas that I'm missing right now are Kierna. I think it's just Kierna and Zorora. And then whatever from the rank. Well, whatever from the rank, so Excalibur, Megastone, Sceptile now. Got the Raichu. Might honestly switch to ranked after having to reset this. Guys. Probably here. And the good thing is that if I load from backup data, it will just, I mean, we'll still have the wormhole. We'll still have the shiny Scrafty guaranteed. Like, my thing is I want to get that Scrafty as well. I was saying this before, but I still haven't seen Shiny Mega Scrafty. I still haven't seen Shiny Mega Scolipede, and I have the Shiny Venipede. So I don't know realistically what I'm doing. You should be able to get hyperspace berries for playing in ranked. I also gotta see if let's see. I know I leveled it up, but I don't think. Yeah, let's switch gears. One more time. We're gonna switch gears and we're gonna go we're gonna go to ranked battles because uh oh, I think protein. I need active. Going for an attack and what? Problem is absolute. alligator. Thing is of the Hitman. Go Charizard. Um, let's throw out. Um, got gonna have to sleep. Give it. I think that should be fine. Let's do ranked battles, bruh. What? I think that's Diancie and Magearna and Droll. So that means we need to think of a new strategy or legendary. No. And where's our? Feel like working on something. Yes, I'm more version. Finally. I just realized. Whatever. Take a look. Arbador. Let's just go with Absol. Set up damn. That's fine. See? Purple. The Absol wasn't the best choice. Like it is, but it isn't. Oh, we got second now. Ready for a rank to go so much. Giant Delphoxite. Candy with me. That one. I don't know how, but cool. Problem with Absol the entire time. What the? Oh, Magearna. Hello. Go away from me. Right. What happened? I don't I don't know what happened. Oh no, I'm in third. I know I could use something other than Absol. I know this. Damn it. At least I made it back to second. Think. Yeah. Okay. That was an Absol only fight. Excalibur. Yeah, buddy. I picked up that attack boost and it was over from there. It was so joke. Oh yeah, I have to check something. Let me see something. There is. Should be back. Good. Alright. Right back. You know what I just realized? I'm pretty sure next season they're probably gonna be like, yeah, you can use Primal Kyogre and Groudon like a Rayquaza too. You mean there's nobody else at rank S? Actually, one for I'm honestly I forgot Volcanion. 3 points. What this Volcanion out of here? Excuse me. Oh god. Oh god, hold on. Oh shit. Yo! Get away from him. Maybe I should have tried to get Volcanion. Kind of hate this because it's like second, and that's all that matters. Second place is where I belong, I guess. Man, listen. I'm gonna say it. For the fact that I haven't made a team that, for the fact that I haven't made a team with newer Pokemon, well, if you want to count Absol, then yes. But the same. But we have, I don't think we, how do we get, oh, do I have to 1v1 arena? Okay. Here. Here's what I'm thinking of doing. Maybe we put Terrakion. I think what I want to do is I want to get a tiny Lucario. At last. Oh, I already talked to her. Okay, so I need to find... Okay, cool. This is fine. So, what we're gonna do... Because I want the Mega Lucario Knight. I want the Lucario Knight. We're gonna do some bench resets. We're gonna try and find a hyperspace of either Lucario or Riolu, and we're gonna attempt to get a shiny. Whether we end up finding berries, that's a different story, but I think I'm gonna attempt to get a shiny Riolu. That way I can work on getting that, use the Lucario Knight Z. I don't care about it being good or anything like that. Because realistically, you can have schmucks like that one guy that last rank. And who don't do anything. That's all fine and dandy, but Lucario. Managed to get another shiny fighting Pokemon. But Brachion. I don't remember. I gotta remember to look at steel type wormholes as well, just Mario spot. I don't think Railu is a steel type. I think it's just pure fighting. But I think once it evolves, that's when. I could be wrong. I honestly feel like since we've dated Mega Dimension DLC, we haven't, like before I was finding like Railu hyperspace wormholes like nothing, and now that I've done everything, I feel like I don't see them too. Need a Mankey. I need. Annihilate would. Annihilate good. I don't know what the fuck people's setups for Annihilate were, but I was seeing, I was seeing videos, just people running Annihilate on like the Rogue Mega Evolution, and just taking them down from nothing. But like it was crazy. Of course, I don't think that would translate rank battles or that. But I also think that this like what would really seal the deal in this Railu Hyperspace Lumiose is if we also got Scraggy or Crafty along with it. If we got something else along. Um. Also, I have a donut item on treasure. So I Lucha love a shiny Halucha or shiny Mega Halucha. Halucha is one of those Gen 6 Pokemon that grew. It was realistically like out of nowhere, like no joke, no like tiny Gibble or well, I technically do need it. Don't need If I'm still trying to go a full shiny Pokedex, just do it. We're gonna focus our efforts on shiny hunting. So. Still have my. Yeah, the convenient thing is that we can always make more. We can always make. I think we should. Right, I don't. Yeah, I do have. Let's go get ourselves dragons. Realistically, 3 Gibbles. Tiny Gibble. Tiny. It is Goomy. I got the Goomy. Alright, cool. Let's... What I could do is I could do setting... You know what? Yeah. Sure. Our flight reset. On the gold. Anderson. Or Gibble. Actually, Genie's right there. Oh, wait. Yeah. You've... Cool. You... Anyway. 8. I heard something. Something in it. No. Go. Another 10. Three. Well, realistically, there's a. I think the Holovator up. I think that able to help us. I mean, resetting the. Resetting the. I could keep I could keep I don't even know. I can manage a shiny Dratini, I'll actually be a little happy. If we get spotted by a Pokemon, that's when we do our shiny. Before I'm not hearing any shiny. Not hearing. Could be a good thing because it could be somewhat far off. Maybe. There it is. There's one. We'll wait until we get spotted by a Pokemon. I think there's two going on. I don't know if that I don't know if that sound just means that there is a shiny, or if it's proccing for each sound, or for each shiny. I mean. That just sounds like there's one. I think there might only be. But I hear the two again. It goes from sounding like one to... I guess... There's one! Nice name. Alright. Ah, I was hearing two. Okay, I got... If I could get 2 copies of 2 more copies, then if I could really get Dratini. I'm glad that I got the Gible. I know I don't sound like it, but that, like, my thing is Gible and Gabite, they're shinies I love. Like, I wish that Garchomp kept the same blue that Gible and Gabite have. I wonder if Mega Garchomp Z is going to look different in terms of it shiny. But if I do end up hearing that shiny sound, it's probably gonna be Hold on 1 second. I just gotta go use the bathroom. That. Alright, cool. Sorry about that. Ay! Oh my god. Did say though. Bye bye. I was pressing X and not A. I think the funny thing is that I'll hear the shiny sounds for Gumi first before even Gibble. And I think that was what was funny, is that like all of the shiny sounds we were hearing were far off. This is what we'll do. I think we're gonna go to the other side of the map. But I think there's a elevator that spawns far enough away from the Dratini spot. There's that's, I think, 2 shiny Gumi. But I think what we'll do is we'll try. Right now we're good. We're definitely good on Goom. We'll try and get Gibbles line complete. If we can, then that's great. If not, well, okay. Rather, it's one of 2 things. Want to try and get at least a Dratini, maybe 2 more Gibbles, before calling this hyperspace. I think I really do want to try and find Riolu or Lucario, just so that way, because I have a treasure donut, I have an item power level 54 treasures, so I want to use that, just so that way I can get myself more money, and then use that for vitamin, like that. That way I can take on the rest of the rank, try to get to rank A. Oh shit, hello. Oh fuck. In a ball. Oh. I'm stubborn enough. We'll cooperate. Oh, it was Gibbles. let's take a look. I think that would be all of these. Nothing. Okay. So if we can manage. Think. Times. Think I need to. So, should be fine. Nothing else. I have to remember. The problem is like, I think I've mentioned it before, but shiny hunting in hyperspace Lumios is so much better than trying to shiny hunt in regular Lumios, because you have the chances to find what you're actually looking for versus regular Lumios, where it's like you have the chance to find what it is that you're looking for. However, on the other hand, there's a chance for a fletchling to show up out of nowhere, or a Pidgey, or probably just a little guy wants to be. Oh, I didn't realize that was. Got three separate Dratinis. Tiny yet. Got ourselves a... Okay. I'm as much, so the thing is like as much as I would fine, the fact that I the fact that I've at least completed 2 fun lines, as well as gotten every single one of the Dragon Pokemon. Oh, if we would have gotten a, I'm so glad that I realized the TV spawned right behind there. Had I not, then that would have, I would have missed that shiny Dratini. And, I mean, granted, I would have known there. I would have missed it. Alright. I need to... Yes! Dude, I was... Okay. We're good now. Like... 100%? 100% we're good on, Gibbleman. Actually, alright, let's go Pokemon Center. Oxid. Yeah, excellent. Well, this is... We'll probably have to... Probably have to use... Probably have to use at a minimum. Just fine. Got some. Yes. I'll do a whole. Oh, cool. All right. You too. I know I'm gonna. I like the fact that I like the fact that game will, instead of limiting, that wasn't about a bait. I like the fact that the Legends games don't limit ability to, like, if you over level or let's 100, not like you can't evolve. It's not like you can't evolve the Pokemon. And I'm super. And the good thing is that I have an extra Gible. Extra Gible. Mega Garchomp Z. Whenever that, I should probably see if there's any mystery gets it. Dragonite now. Now, Pokemon ranked. Oh, check mystery. Greatly. I know there was one to get an Alpha Charizard. I don't. Like, if I'm gonna get an Alpha, or if I want an Alpha Charizard, I'd rather it be a shiny Alpha. Shiny Alpha. Oh, yep. Yep. I got focused. That's a problem. So, I think what the plan is, or what my plan to finish off is, I'm gonna try and get a fighting type wild worm that has Riolu in it, and if we can find it, we're going for that shiny Riolu. We're gonna go for the shiny Riolu. Yeah, it's gonna be. That's. And even if I really wanted to, would donut on finding other Pokemon in Terrakion space until after only after I found the Terrakion. But I know that the thing is that if I do find Terrakion, that worm. So the only other worm I would be able to find would be like Cobalion, Valiant, Virizion, Latios, and Latios. All of those. I think Dream Hyperspace Wild Zone for Dragon type would. I would love to find a Riolu in a hyperspace. It would have been. Got two of them. Cyclizar, Bagon, and I also need a ghost. I need a ghost type. Or not ghost type, but I need the give me hyperspace comebacks. So that way I can. I don't need no Gibble no more. Funny, because if I hadn't. If I hadn't. No. Sounds would have probably fucked as a. Hey, come back. Why does it sound like it's getting... Lucario. Yes. Okay. It. Oh, that must be Tinkaton. Make another fighting power level 3 at some point. Not worried. EM Hyperspace. Yes. Time to find. Hope it's Riolu and Lucario. That way I can just. Catch. Oh wait, it would be above. Riolu plus. That'd be it. Antrim. Ah, there it is. There it is. Oh my. Oh, Antrim, where did you come? I'm actually glad that our guarantee. Glad that our guarantee is fighting. There. Oh, word. What we're probably gonna have to do. That way we can get the Pokeball. Berries. Actually, yeah. Actually, I mean, realistically speaking, Tangem. I think. That out. Oh boy. Wait, we're not. Alright. Oh. Got our shiny Riolu. That's what I wanted. Let's see if we can't get one, if not a Lucario. If we get a Lucario, then that saves all the trouble and the hassle of having to find a shiny. Well, because if we find a shiny Lucario, that means that I don't have to worry. If I find another shiny Riolu, but if I walk away from this with only just a shiny Riolu, then probably I have to look really hard for a Riolu. It's probably gonna be take this. Actually, oh wait. Outward. Side. Might be. problem is. So that seems like it's if I'm being honest though, if we end up leaving with this shiny Railu, I'm not gonna complain. Because especially with all of the dragon Pokemon that we just found, the hyperspace before this. As it stands right now, like we might only be taking the Railu. I wanted the Lucario for Lucario Z. That's the thing. Not even for regular Megaloo. That's fine. At least we got the shiny Railu. That boy too. So if I'm I'm probably gonna end up having to because whatever. Yo. Don't know. Adamant, but I don't know. Oh, let me just look. All right. What move? Um. That's weird that you don't have. Vacuum. Why not? Have vacuum with. But just no, I've kind of. Oh no. God, I need to. See? This. I just want to see like a loop. No, that's fine. Let's do this, baby. Quick and easy. Yay! Mario Night Z. Hey. The Lucario Knight Z is mine. Let's see this shit real quick. It's so funny because the Mario Knight Z. Alright, Lucario. And lied. Anyway. Yeah, baby. I love that it's. Well, I guess they had to give it. If Lucario Z is basically just shiny Lucario, then it would have made sense for it to. I mean, unless if they wanted to give this shiny Lucario Z, Lucario shiny, and I don't think that would have gone over well. Anyway. Oh, shit. Anyway, that's going to be it for this stream. Just a few things before we do end. It's actually the first time I've done this whole stream of last week. But, yeah, just a couple of things. First thing, thank you to anybody and everybody who came. Regardless of time, I really. Second thing, regardless of whatever platform you might be watching this from, be sure to give me a follow, subscribe, whatever this may be. We tried to set a goal last year, trying to get 100 across all platforms. We didn't exactly get to that, but I think with this year, I think it's gonna. But if you enjoy what you see and you want to consider giving me a follow, it would a lot, just so that way, one, it helps me out in the long run, and two, you guys can touch as far as when I am streaming again. But the plan is that I think tomorrow we'll come back and we'll stream, because Friday I have work early in the day, so I don't know if I'll be able to, or I'll be able to stream, or if I'll be up after work. Actually, no, because I have something. Anyway, yeah, so plan is tomorrow we'll come back, we'll either do more shiny hunting, ranked battles, or we'll probably switch gears entirely and back to playing like Isaac or that. But with all that being said, thank you again to anybody and everybody who came to watch. I am Freak of Sound, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Stay safe. Make sure you drink plenty of water, and most importantly, take care of yourself. Bye, everyone.